this evening, and then you will be able to question those candidates running for sabbatical officer positions. We're beginning with the student officer candidates. They will have 1 minute and 30 seconds, otherwise known as 90 seconds, to provide a speech. At the point they have 30 seconds remaining, the lights will change to red, and this will provide them with their warning, and then at their full time they will hear from the time candidate. I'll be sat here throughout the elections. They will be going in alphabetical order by first name. Once the student officers have finished, we'll be moving on to sabbatical officers, starting with the Vice President of Education and Welfare. They will do their speeches and then be invited on the stage for questions. So please may I welcome the first student officer candidate, Angrid Harry Warren. Angrid Harry Warren on your ballot paper.
Hi, my name is Angrid Warren and I am running to be one of your 5 elected executive student officers for the 2019 to 2020 academic year. I'm now in my 2nd year of studying drama, and I started becoming more involved in Winchester Student Union when I joined the Front of House venue team this September. So if you're a regular bot going, you'll probably see me running around with a large stack of cups and some blue roll. I also started volunteering at the Big Fat Quiz as a quiz assistant every Tuesday night, and I was also a member of this year's Freshers crew where I was awarded Most Committed. So if this doesn't say how passionate and dedicated I am to the SU, I don't know what will. A student union would be nothing without its students. This fact is irrefutable. Upon this, I have one main goal that I want to achieve if I was elected, and this is to improve the communication between the student union and its students. If you view the SU like a tree, I see communication as its roots, and if this is not strong, the tree cannot grow. Without strong communication, then the SU cannot branch out into different social services or events, and I see it as pretty pointless to bring a new service when current students don't know about current events we already provide. We can improve this by having a stronger social media presence. It's very rare to find someone who isn't on social media these days, and it'd be foolish not to utilise that platform more. By improving our communication with students, I believe we can make each student's university experience more enjoyable, as well as making our student union a lot stronger.
Thank you. Your next candidate is Chris Harding. Start whenever you're ready.
The 3 core values of the University of Winchester are compassion, individuals matter, and spirituality. I firmly believe in all 3 of these. Our campus is already a great place for the environment. However, I've witnessed plenty of littering, as well as significant dismissal towards the murals on display, as well as recycling. Through these actions, we're not making our campus greener, and as a result, are not showing compassion towards our fellow students. If elected as student officer, I will ensure more practices are put into motion that show compassion to the environment and to each other. As a student of politics, I understand how easily individuals can be put down because of their beliefs. Diversity is important. However, the most important type of diversity is diversity in thought. We're all here to learn. It's okay if we disagree with each other and clash on certain issues, as this makes the policy formulation process more legitimate. I believe there is nothing more spiritual than surrounding ourselves with clean, positive energy, which can only be achieved through environmental awareness. As Erykah Badu said, spirituality feeds the soul. Your soul is your intent, and if your intent is pure, you as a person are pure. My intention is to make the university a better and greener place. I've also worked frequently with local councillors in my hometown. I understand the importance of cooperating with others as a group for the betterment of all. However, I'm also a free thinker, not afraid to speak up, even when they may be unpopular. So I say to the electorate, if you want someone who is a team player, but also retains...
Time candidate. Time candidate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your next candidate for student officer is Harry Mayle.
Hello everyone. I'm glad I'm at the beginning, nearer the beginning, because I really need a wee. Like myself, this speech is going to be short and sweet. My time-consuming role as welfare officer has prepared me for another year, as I've really enjoyed it. I'm aware of the reductions that I can do as a part-time officer, but that is what has tailored my ideas. I've already invested a lot of time in this. I've got a lot planned. I'd very much like to see that through, and then some. What I'd like to do is encourage more people to turn up to lectures on Thursday morning by putting in free or cheaper breakfast. I know that going on a flight, especially when you're a student, is hard, so I want IKEA to come here to give a stall for cheap essentials. Right, I see I'm running out of time, so I'm going to just check out my manifesto online, and you can see everything there. A vote for Harry Mell is still a vote for mental health awareness, and make this uni great again.
Your next candidate is Kane Holberg.
I'm Kane's carer, so I'm going to be speaking on behalf of him. I'm Kane Holborn, and I'm running to be a part-time student officer. Your student voice mattered to me, so as a student officer, I will make sure your voice is heard, especially as someone with a physical disability. I say difference should be accepted across its broad spectrum. LGBTQ, mental health, disability, culture, religion are the most known differences now. I think there should be a day of difference for everyone. Whatever the differences are, this could be a regular event if you all enjoy it. Music also matters to me, so let's diversify the tunes at SU. Remember, it's all about what you want. All your voices matters to me. I'm a immature student, so I'm representing all ravers and wildcats. I want to bridge the gap here. I might be in my late 20s, but for everyone who's seen me partying at the SU, this is the kind of energy I will bring to the table as your part-time student officer. My friend and housemate Kate, for example, fondly refers to our house as the Muppet House, like the Muppet Show from the 70s. I embrace this because it symbolises how much the student voice has changed, and for the better. So why should you vote for me? I'm passionate about helping everyone, about representing our fantastic and diverse student voice, and representing all abilities and disabilities, differences and similarities. Vote Kane for your student officer, so remember, a vote for me.
Time, candidate. Your next candidate is Maria Fritas.
Hi, I'm Maria Freitas. I'm currently a second year and your current international student officer, and I'm running to be one of your 5 officers next year. Being an international student, I moved 1,500 miles away from home to come to university, and it was difficult, but at the same time Winchester made me feel at home from the very beginning, and I knew this university and the student union would support me no matter what, and that's support I want to give to every single student, because no matter our nationality or sexual orientation, our religious beliefs, we're all students here, so we should have equal supports and rights. My campaign, I'm trying to get free storage for international students who leave their stuff during the summer. I'm trying to get more support with extenuating circumstances and mental health, and even just students have medical problems, chronic disease that will keep them from being able to turn in their assessments on time. So I want to give better support to those situations. If you want to know more, again, 90 seconds is very short. Go to the SU website, my manifesto is there. It's not that long, so just say that and vote for me.
Your next candidate is Megan Selly.
Hello, I'm Megan Selly. I'm a second year musical theatre student here at the Winchester. So one thing I would like to provide as one of your student executive officers next year would be providing a cleaner environment on and off campus. So one of my priorities is setting up some schemes to help combat the problem of littering, recycling and waste at the university and in the local community. So I'd like to look at setting up regular clean-up events and donation events for unwanted food, and also alongside a student clothes swap to help combat waste on campus. Another thing I would like to look at improving is just having a better community feel here. It's already so great, but I feel like you can always improve on something. So I want to make sure all SU events are widely promoted and accessible to all, so that everyone knows what's going on. I also want to encourage societies to join forces and work on projects together, like fundraisers and showcases. I feel like it'd be a really great way to promote the community feel and be more inclusive. I also would like to set up some workshops to help committee and leaders promote their societies, to help better attendance, because I know as a leader of a society that is really hard to help. But yeah, check out my manifesto online on the SU website and vote Megan.
And your next candidate is Olivia Rook.
Good evening, and thank you all for taking the time to come tonight. My name is Olivia Rook and I'm a second year English literature student. What has encouraged me to run for student executive officer this year is my love for the student union and a passion for each student receiving the most from their SU. For me, my main focus is on welfare and making both the university campus and the SU facilities a safe place for all students. This particularly stems from working as a member of front of house for over a year at the SU, which means, yes, if you've been sick, I've probably cleaned it up. I've learned the importance of safety for all students, and especially want to provide the better communication of the SU's initiatives in place for student safeguarding, such as Ask Angela. As well as this, I want to work with student services in order to provide better support and resources for victims of sexual violence. Another important issue for me is students receiving the right education and services for mental and sexual health. Throughout the year, I want to run campaigns providing students with the correct information. In particular, I want to introduce regular sexual health clinics in order to offer accessible contraception and drop-in appointments. For mental health, I want to work with student services in order to decrease waiting times for appointments and communicate external services provided for students as well. I also want to provide noticeable day-to-day things around campus, like more vegan and vegetarian options in food services, expiry dates for student cards, and year-round fundraising opportunities for societies. So remember, a vote for Olivia Rook is a vote for someone trustworthy and passionate about the student union, and thank you for your time.
So that was all your candidates in the student officer election. Please give them. Oh, Lucy Dixon. I really do apologise. That was halfway down.
Good evening everyone, my name is Lucy Dixon and I'm running to be one of the part-time student officers. I'm currently a second year education studies and drama student, and I'm also a student academic rep for drama, and I'm also the current chair of the Feminist Society, and from this I have developed a passion for the SU. My intention to run is driven by a belief and my wholehearted support in what the student union promotes, e.g. educational development, representation, social opportunities and welfare. If elected, I would aim to start integrating sports and societies. This is so crucial for both sports and societies to get to know each other and start understanding each other, show support for one another and start working together. Sports and societies need to be seen as a cohesive unit rather than two separate entities whilst maintaining their own identity. I think this could be achieved through regular meetups with chairs, captains, as well as mixers for all society members. I also aim for more equality and diversity throughout the university. Winchester University includes a diverse range of people, and I want to make the campus more intersectional, where all students are represented no matter their background. I also want to ensure that cultural appropriation doesn't exist on campus, and that the growth of gender-neutral bathrooms is grown and the awareness of them. Welfare is also incredibly important, and I want to provide a confidential and consistent dialogue with all students. As a student officer, I would campaign to maintain or even increase services available that have already been started by the Student Union. Thank you very much for listening.
I'm glad I will do that again. That was all your candidates in the student officer election. Please give them a huge round of applause. When you do your voting, which opens tonight at 1 minute past midnight, you will be able to rank them in order of your preference. We have 5 available spots for student officers, so it is really important that you use your different preferences. So even if you have your favourite, think about who you want to put in as 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. Please do not forget that you also have a RON as a candidate, which stands for Reopen Nominations. We will now be moving on to the sabbatical officer positions, starting with the Vice President of Education and Welfare. They will do their 2-minute speeches each before joining me on stage for the question and answer session. Please can I welcome Michael Clark.
Hi guys, I'm Michael Clark. I'm a 3rd year media and communications student. So why do I want to be your Vice President of Education and Welfare? Well, it's quite simple. It's because I care about all students here at the University of Winchester. I care that you're not getting the most out of your lectures or your tutors. I care that you may have had an absolute mad one about and you can't find your phone or you can't really remember what's happened on the night. I also care that your attendance in class is lacking due to your mental health. I am a candidate who cares about each and every student here. Although we're only into the 2nd evening of the campaign, I have had feedback from students while being out on campus speaking to them. From the discussions I've had, if elected, I will strive to actively inform students about the help and support that is available to them through the Student Union. Services such as Nightline and Student Listeners should be advertised to us all as students. The Student Union Advice Welfare page on the website isn't even built yet. If elected, I look to change all this and inform our student body about what their student union can do for them. As mentioned in my manifesto that is live on the website right now, I pledge to increase the amount of study spaces that are available to you all. We all know that the library gets rammed at this time of year due to everyone having assignments due. Struggling to find a quiet area on campus to get your work done is difficult. I promise to work with the university to try and gain access to teacher rooms and performance areas that will be bookable through the Student Union. Being an active member of the Student Union for the past 4 years has allowed me to see all aspects of how it works, from working behind the bar at events such as Bop and Detention, and being the entertainment officer for the past year running events such as the Big Fat Quiz and Poker and Karaoke Nights, as well as assisting in planning of this year's Summer Ball. I've had many opportunities to participate and voice my opinions and feelings about my time here. I had a chat with a really passionate student yesterday after looking at some manifestos who didn't even realise that we ran the Tampon Club here on campus. I will look to increase this exposure, offering greater access to free candidates.
Please may I invite the next candidate, Victoria Hurley.
Hi, my name is Victoria Hurley and I'm running for Vice President of Education and Welfare. I have attended Winchester University for 4 years now, currently studying a Masters in Philosophy of Education. Having such a natural passion for education has led me to apply for this position. My continuous studies about the system and the way of improving crucial areas in the education system makes me an ideal candidate. If elected for this role, I have stated in my manifesto that I will improve the promotion of academic help services, allowing students to feel that the help they need for their subjects is easily accessible. By doing so, this will allow students to know exactly where to seek help depending on the cause of their concern. Secondly, I have stated that I will develop and improve the assessment criteria and grading for group work. Due to attending university for 4 years, I can understand how hard group work is, but it does give you the opportunity to gain many academic and social competencies when structured and monitored correctly. The last point I made in my manifesto was to provide Student service staff with training so they are able to properly advise people and deal with any problems that they're faced with. Paired with this, I would like to develop a way that the students can book a student service meeting online to make this a more personal service for students seeking help. Being a confident, approachable, determined person makes me perfect to fit this role, to continue developing the student union and making positive changes to the university. I believe that I would be the best replacement for this role to be able to continue the amazing work that is being produced from our student union. Thank you.
Please can I invite both candidates to join me on stage. As explained to the candidates beforehand, we will ask them a variety of questions in which they will be timed, but there's not a time limit. When we get to the end of the questions, they will have a closing statement. Their closing statement times may differ depending on how long they have spoken for previously. For the first question, I'll start with Michael. You both mentioned student services in your manifesto. What will you do to build positive relationships with student services to ensure that the points within your manifesto actually happen? And feel free to elaborate on your points regarding student services.
So, in my manifesto, I talked about working with student services